You filled up 3 days ago. You know you did. And now you're sitting there watching that needle drop toward the red again. And you're thinking, did I imagine that tank? Because it feels like you're burning through money faster than the car burns through miles. The prices at the pump never go down, not really, but somehow your tank empties faster every single year. And here's the part nobody says out loud. You start to wonder if it's you. If maybe you're doing something wrong. If your car is just old and that's that. You've probably been told to buy premium gas, or add some bottle of miracle liquid, or get a tune-up for $400. And you did some of those things, and nothing changed much. So you figure you must be missing something, and that's embarrassing, and you just stop asking. Let me tell you something straight. It is not your fault, not even a little. Nobody ever sat you down and explained how fuel economy actually works at the basic mechanical level. Not the dealer, not the shop, nobody. You were just expected to pay and drive. My name is Joe Carbone. I ran a small independent garage for over 30 years. Did everything from oil changes to full engine rebuilds. Seen cars come in rusted to nothing and cars that looked brand new with engines that were garbage. I have worked on vehicles that were getting 18 miles per gallon on a highway that should have been giving them 28. And I knew inside of 5 minutes exactly why. I'm not here selling you anything. No product, no service, no referral fee. I walked away from the shop. What I have left is the knowledge. And it bothers me every single day that most people go through life overpaying at the pump for reasons that cost nothing to fix. Here's the thing that changes how you see all of this. Your fuel economy is not mostly about your engine. It is mostly about friction, airflow, and your right foot. That's it. Most of the fuel your car burns is fighting against 3 things that have nothing to do with the engine being old or tired. And every single one of those things is within your control this week, without spending more than a few dollars, if that. Now I want to tell you why you haven't heard this before. Because there is no money in telling you this. Think about it from where I used to stand. A customer rolls in getting bad mileage, I could sell them a fuel injector cleaning service, $150. I could push a new oxygen sensor, easy $250 with labor. I could sell them premium oil, high-octane gas, a whole tune-up package. None of that is necessarily wrong, exactly, but most of it isn't what's actually killing their mileage. The real fixes are so cheap and so simple that no shop can build a business model around them. Dealerships especially. They've got service bays to fill, technicians to pay, and quarterly numbers to hit. There is no incentive anywhere in that system to hand you a $2 solution and send you home happy. Their money is in your confusion, and your confusion is expensive. So let me explain how this actually works, because once you understand the why, the how becomes obvious. Your car is constantly fighting 3 enemies every mile it drives. The first one is rolling resistance. That's the drag your tires create against the road. The lower your tire pressure, the more tire surface is pressing down, the more rubber your engine has to drag forward with every rotation. It's like walking through sand versus walking on pavement. Your engine burns more fuel just to maintain speed. The second enemy is restricted airflow. Your engine is basically a giant air pump. It mixes fuel with air and burns it. If the air filter is clogged with dirt and debris, your engine is suffocating. It has to work harder, burn more fuel to produce the same power. I've pulled air filters out of cars that looked like they'd been dragged through a construction site. Third enemy is throttle spikes. Those moments when you press the gas hard to accelerate, or you brake late and then punch it again. Every one of those spikes is a gulp of extra fuel. Your engine doesn't care about smooth, but your wallet does. If this is making sense to you, and you want more of this kind of straight talk, this channel puts out exactly this. Real mechanical knowledge for real people who are tired of being taken for a ride. Worth hitting that subscribe button before you forget. Now here's the part almost nobody gets right, And I want to be specific because vague advice is useless advice. Start with your tires. Go look at the sticker inside the driver's door jamb. That little white sticker, usually on the door edge or the door frame itself. It tells you exactly what pressure your tires should be in PSI, front and rear. That number is the number, not whatever the tire itself says on the sidewall. That's the maximum. Ignore it. Your door jamb number is correct. Get yourself a tire gauge. You can buy one at any auto parts store for $2 to $3. Check all 4 tires when they're cold, meaning you haven't driven more than a mile or two. If they're low, and they will be low, they always are, especially in cooler weather, use the air pump at any gas station. Most of them are free now or cost $0.25. Fill each tire to the number on that sticker. Check them once a month. That alone can recover 2 to 3 miles per gallon on a car that's been running on soft tires. I have seen it myself dozens of times. Second, the air filter. Pull it out. If you don't know where it is, the engine air filter is usually in a big black plastic box on top of or beside the engine. Check your owner's manual if you can't find it. It takes 30 seconds. Pull that filter out and hold it up to the light. If you can't see light through it, it's done. A new one costs $8 to $15 at any auto parts store, and you snap it right back in. No tools, no mechanic. If it's been more than 2 years or 15,000 miles, just replace it regardless. It is not worth guessing. A clean filter gives your engine the air it needs, and you'll feel it in fuel economy within a tank or two. Third, the way you drive. I know this is the one people don't want to hear, but I'd be lying to you if I left it out. The single most powerful fuel-saving move you can make is looking further down the road and lifting your foot sooner. When you see a red light ahead, take your foot off the gas early and coast toward it. If it turns green before you get there, you never had to brake at all. That coasting, that's free motion, engine barely working. Contrast that with accelerating hard, then braking hard, then accelerating again. That is the most expensive way to drive, dollar for dollar. On the highway, find a speed and hold it. 65 miles per hour versus 75 miles per hour is a meaningful fuel difference. Wind resistance grows fast with speed. Use cruise control if you have it. Fourth, and this one surprises people, open your trunk or your back seat. Look at what's living in your car. Bags of mulch somebody forgot, a case of water, golf clubs you haven't touched in 6 months, sports equipment, tools, whatever. Every extra 100 pounds your car hauls around costs you roughly 1 to 2% in fuel economy. It's not dramatic, but it adds up over a year. Clean the car out. Leave only what you actually need. Now I want to be honest with you, because honest is all I've got left worth giving. These methods are real, they work, but I am not going to sit here and tell you that you will suddenly get 40 miles per gallon out of a 12-year-old SUV. You won't. What you will get is measurable, real improvement, likely somewhere between 2 and 4 miles per gallon if you've been neglecting all 3 of these things. On a 15-gallon tank, that could mean 30 to 60 extra miles before you fill up. Over a year of driving, that is real money saved. But if you're expecting miracles from a can of something or a single trick, you will always be disappointed. The gains here are honest gains, not magic. Here's the line I want you to remember. The cheapest fuel your car ever uses is the fuel it never had to burn in the first place. This week, not next month, this week, check your tire pressure with a $2 gauge. Pull your air filter out and look at it in the light. And on your very next drive, try coasting to one stop sign instead of braking into it. Just one. That's all I'm asking. Come back and tell me in the comments what you found. I genuinely want to know. And speaking of comments, tell me this. What is your car? What year? And what kind of mileage are you getting right now? Drop it down below. I read them. Because the next video in this series is going to be about engine oil, specifically why the interval they tell you to change it is almost certainly wrong, and what the actual number should be based on how you drive. That one is going to save some of you real money. Don't miss it.